exciting. Okay, so today, don't laugh too hard, but I actually am going to rap for you. I'm going to do a rap, so don't laugh, okay? And Larissa, did you have a chance to do your picture yet?
I'm almost done.
Awesome.
I'm going to be submitting it today. I promise.
Okay, I'll look for it. All right, here we go. So you remember your oops, I went too fast. Your promise, which is thank you for participating. Don't just sit there like, I don't know, a slug, a snail, a turtle, a tortoise, a baby elephant. No, none of those. You're participating. You're working with us. Thank you for that. Being respectful, which means please don't unmute and say, hey, Miss Cruz. Wait, okay. So don't interrupt others. I thank you for that. Thank you for being on time. Thank you for staying muted. Thank you for changing your name in the chat if you can, and staying in your spot until I tell you to get up and keeping your eyes on me. So let's see how we're doing here. Now that chat, if anyone's writing in the chat, it should be about school-related things. So please don't put anything in the chat unless you have a question. Yes, I can see who's typing and what they're writing. Don't do it, okay? I love you. So make sure you are on pace and paying attention to what we're doing. So here we go. Happy birthday to our friends in, I fixed it, November. And it's Benito, Olmo, and Jennery. Yay! So happy birthday, Martha. There we go. There's it, and now, let's look at our new weekly spotlight friends. These are the folks that I've noticed. Okay, yes, I watch you, and I want to see how you're doing. And those three folks who were, what I would like to highlight from last week are Yeleni for being an awesome Zoom promise keeper. She doesn't unmute. She waits her turn. She waits till the end and then asks questions. All right. And, or she can have her parents text me if there's a problem. Now, Jaden has been writing amazing responses, lots of details, not just one-word answers. And Christina, I'm getting a lot of great work coming in from her. Thank you for that. I love grading. Grading's kind of fun for me, so keep it up. Now, what are we doing today, Miss Cruz? We're not baking cookies. Today, we will be making the 10 strategy. Make a 10, make a 10. So I can add or subtract to solve an equation. It's another strategy or tool that we can use to help us solve problems. Yes, they're going to be the strategy, I don't know, superheroes. Now, you know you have this, okay? Remember at the end, I want to know how you know you got this. Well, in order for you to prove that you've got this, you have to be able to make a 10 to solve an addition or even a subtraction problem. And our module exam for module 6 is coming up. So let's talk for a second. Let me pose the question and then we'll open it up to exactly 4 people. So let's see who gets picked. Oops, Jackson, are we writing on something? I hope not. All right, so here we go. Somebody's doing something that is not helpful. All right, so let's move on. Number string warm-up. What are we doing today? We're talking about how making a 10 strategy can help us solve problems. But if you don't know how to make a 10, we need to know how to even make a 10. Okay, so what 2 numbers can we put together to make a 10? And I want to know from you guys, 4 of you exactly, what do you notice about these equations, these problems? What do they all, wait for it, what do they all have in common? So if you were to solve every single one of them, they all kind of have something in common. Vashvik, do you notice it? How about Addie? How about Ava? Oh, wait, okay, only Arna. Arna, unmute and tell me, what do you notice about all of these equations?
They all make 10.
And hug it. Okay, good work. Yes, what did she notice? She noticed these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways to make a 10. Let's see, what's 8 plus 2? Try it with your fingers. Let's see, 8 plus 2 more. Bing, bing, 10. Let's try the next one. 4 and 6 more with your fingers. Whoa, 10. Wait, let's try the next one. 9 fingers plus 1 more. Bing, that's 10 too. And I know Johnny knows this one. 7 and 3. Put 7 fingers up first. Let's see. And then 3 more. Bing, bing, bing. That's 10 too. Wait, is there anybody here who does not know 5 plus 5? I'm going to go cry under my desk. Joshua, what's 5 plus 5?
The little 10.
That's right. 5 and 5. It's the first thing you ever learned as a baby. 5 fingers on one hand, 5 fingers on the other. That makes 10. So guys, this is just 5 different ways to make 10. Why is this important? Important because you can use these facts to help you build a 10. Wait for it, here it comes. Now, it is so helpful to know all the different ways we can make a 10 so that we can use that strategy to help solve problems. Now, Kritik needs some help counting and organizing his basketballs and his soccer balls. He's got a lot of them. Man, he must have gotten them for his birthday or Christmas or something. And some holiday, maybe he won them in a tournament. My question to you is, what math tool, a math tool, can we use to help organize and sort to make a 10? What's that thing called? It's called a something for, who knows it? Who knows it?
10 frame.
Who said, oh, Vashvik, thank you. It's called a 10 frame. If you read Vashvik's mind, or he read your mind, and you said, we can use 10 frames to help us organize these, right? Then you got it right. We're going to be using our 10 frames all day today because that's what we're using them for, to make a 10, Miss Cruz. Okay, cool. So are you guys ready for me to rap to you? Please, this is slightly embarrassing, so don't laugh too hard. But I'm going to not have any music, so I'm going to teach you how making a 10 can actually help us solve problems. So let me prepare myself mentally. Make a 10 rap. Here we go. Make a 10. What's that mean? Number share. They're a team. Break apart the small add end. Share it now with a friend. Well, how much you say? Well, that depends. Just enough to make a 10 in a frame or in your head. Let's break it down one step ahead. Break it, explode it. Now make a 10, you know it. Break it, decompose it, then add what's left, you know it. Make a 10 now, break it, explode it. Now make a 10, you know it. Break it, decompose it, then add what's left, you know it. How'd I do? Give me a thumbs up if you thought that was pretty good. Now that's something we can try together, but only this part right here. So it says break it, explode. Oops, let me go back. Let me go back, Miss Cruz. Break it, explode it. Do you remember exploding an add end so we can break it into 2 parts? Yes, and we can borrow from that broken add end and build the first add end up to a 10. So it goes like this. Break it, explode it. Now take now I did it wrong. Make a 10, you know it. Break it, decompose it, then add what's left, you know it. Make a 10 now. Anybody want to try it with me? Anybody want to unmute and we'll try it? Let's do it. On your mark, get set, go. Break it, explode it.
Now make a 10, you know it.
Three,
Make a 10 now.
2, 1. Don't be the last one. Oh, no, I found somebody who didn't mute. Thank you. All right, so you can practice that rap when you rewatch the video and see how silly it is, but how helpful it is at the same time. So let's talk about one more thing. Last week we talked about how to decompose a number. Decompose means to break apart. Look at that, yes. So we can actually take one of these addends, stomp on it, and break it apart. Now we have the original equation, 8 plus 5. Let's leave 8 because look how close he is to a 10. Oh, Addie, how many more do you think he needs? That first addend, that sister.
That's easy too.
That's right, Addie. So 8 is so close. She only needs 2 more. Where can she get them from? Let's stomp on 5, brother's number, and decompose him. So she can borrow some of his. So let's see. We can, I'm sorry. We can also decompose that addend, number 5, break him apart, and let some of them go over to the first addend, what I call the sister. So she needed 2 more. Let's talk about that brother and sister addend. How do we make a 10? Well, let's look at this first example. And by the way, we're really close to our ear pod, so get ready. We have the sister has 7, not 8. Can you look in that 10 frame? I even made a 10 frame for you. Zara, look at sister. How close is she to being a 10? How many more does she need? Can you unmute Zara? Oh, look at Yeleni's got her fingers up showing the answer. How many more does she need, Zara? Sister, this first addend is missing some. She doesn't have a 10 yet. How many does she need?
3.
That's right. Excellent job. And if you held up your fingers, thank you. Where's she going to get it from? Borrow from the brother. Borrow from the brother. Remember, going to borrow from the brother, the second addend. Let's watch it, how it happens. Joshua, check it out. She's going to borrow what she needs to build herself a 10. Now, what does brother have left, Larissa? When we broke him apart and we borrowed 3, what does he have left? Ooh, I like those hands up again.
The red one has 2 left.
That's right. So brother has 2 left. Now, wait a minute. Thank you for that. London, check this out. Wait till you see what just happened. Now sister has 10. That first addend has 10. Does that even match the equation anymore?
No.
That's right, London. So it's not a 7 anymore. It's not a 5 anymore. Now what do we have to do next? We have to rewrite the equation to match the new addends because you created something new. You created a monster. No, you didn't. You created a new equation. We have to rewrite it so it matches. That's part 2. Yes, this is like a multi-step problem. First you do this, then you do that, and that's what we have to do. First we borrow from the brother. First we decompose. We borrow from the brother to build a 10. Then we rewrite the equation so it matches. And that's your new problem. Instead of 7 plus 5, it is now 10 plus 2. And how easy is 10 plus 2? Super easy. Let's do it together. 10 in our head and count 2 more. 10, 11, 12. Is that right? Who wants to do it? Wants to do it? Good work, Christina. Go for it. You can do it. Show me how you put 10 in your head and add 2 more. Yes, Yelene, that's great. Okay, yes, she did it. Very nice. And it's 12. Are you ready to play the Nearpod to practice how to make 10s? Here it is. I will put this in the chat. And it is capital E-A-B-G. And we will get started. So hang tight. Let me pull it up. I know she's so excited. That makes me so happy. Let me pull up my Nearpod so we can see it with you. There is our code again, EABGQ. And it will still be there, not only in our chat, but also in the top right, way up there on the top over there in the corner. And first we're going to start out with, what does make a 10, Miss Cruz? What do you even mean? So let's watch a cute little video that reminds us all the different ways we can make a 10. Right? So thank you for joining my 60 friends. You can finish joining at any time. Oops, hold on. Let me share my sound so you can hear this.
On you?
Of course, Dizzy. You can count on me anytime.
Oh, can I count on you now?
Yes, you can count on me now.
Oh, yay! Oh,
Dizzy, what are you doing?
I'm counting on you. 9 spots. How many more spots do we need to get to 10? Look at the pinky. When I say 9, you should just say 1.
1.
Ah, see, you got it.
Dizzy, can I count on you?
Sure, Vic.
1!
9? Hey, 1 plus 9 is the same as 9 plus 1.
That's right, Dizzy, and here's a song about it.
When I say 1, you say 9. 1.
9!
1.
9! When I say 2, you say 8. 2! 8! 2!
When I say 3, you say 7. 3.
7!
3.
7! When I say 4, you say 6. 4! 6! 4!
6. 1, 9.
That makes 10!
2, 8.
That makes 10!
3, 7.
That makes 10!
4, 6.
That makes 10! When I say 6, you say 4. 6! 4! 6! 4!
When I say 7, you say 3. 7.
3!
7.
3! When I say 8, you say 2. 8!
2.
8!
2. When I say 9, you say 1. 9.
1!
9.
1!
6, 4.
That makes 10!
7, 3.
That makes 10!
8, 2.
That makes 10!
9, 1.
That makes 10!
1.
Plus 9!
9.
Plus 1!
2.
Plus 8!
8.
Plus 2!
3.
Plus 7!
7.
Plus 3!
4.
Plus 6!
6.
Plus 4!
5.
Plus 5!
5.
Plus 5!
1, 9.
That makes 10!
2, 8.
That makes 10!
3, 7.
That makes 10!
4, 6.
That makes 10!
5, 5.
That makes 10!
6, 4.
That makes 10!
7, 3.
That makes 10!
8, 2.
That makes 10!
9, 1.
That makes 10!
Okay, great. Now, what are we needing to do that for? Why in the world do we need to be able to make a 10? So let's practice building 10s and drag and organize Pratik's ball. Remember the soccer ball and the basketballs into the 10 frames. So let's put, how many soccer balls? And we'll put those in the first frame, maybe, or the basketballs. How would you organize this? And then can you move them around to build a 10? Borrow from the brother to build a 10? Ooh, I'm so excited. Are you able to do this? I don't see you guys doing it. So are you unable to do it? Is it working? Siddharth, are you okay? Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And did you know Kritik is my friend?
Are you serious? That's awesome. Well, he's pretty cool if he has all of these athletic soccer balls and basketballs. So there are different ways to sort and organize. But remember, we're trying to build a 10. So think of those soccer balls as one of the add-ins, the sister add-in, and maybe the basketballs as the other add-in, the brothers. Once you put them in their own frames, you can actually borrow from the brother to build your first 10. Christina, are you able to do it? Awesome. I can't see anybody's work today. So I'm just going to have to take your word for it. I'll give you about maybe 15 more seconds. Now remember what I said earlier. This is a 2-step process, maybe even a 3-step. First, you put your add-ins in the 10 frame. Then you borrow some from the brother to move them into the first 10 frame to make it 10. Then you consider how to rewrite your equation, which you don't have to do here, but you can if you want to. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 5, we're going to move some of them around to build a 10. So it's not going to be 7 plus 5 very long. Change. All right, my loves. I'm going to stop and move on to the next one. Just a little practice in how to build a 10. Let's do the next one. Oh boy, I can't see anybody's work. Oh, it's not a good day for me. So I'm just going to share this with you. You can practice on your own. I'll probably get the report later in a couple of days and I'll see how you did. But here is an example of what you'll be required to do. You can see right there that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like the 7 soccer balls, and 5 yellow dots, which are just like the 5 basketballs. Yes. And it used to be 7 plus 5. Now we have rewritten the problem. Since we've moved some into the sisters 10 frame, we can now start with 10 and then add on what's left. So here's a common mistake that students make. Are you ready to hear about the boo-boos? Sometimes kids forget that when they move some add-ins, some of the counters into the first 10 frame, they forget to cross them out. They forget to get rid of the ones they borrowed. Yeah. Can you see how that could happen? So you can double check and say, well, wait a minute, how come I still have 5 yellow dots if I've moved some in to the first 10 frame? I should still have the same number. Should have gotten smaller, right? Okay. So let's move on. And if you guys had a chance to practice that one, and if you didn't get a chance to finish, don't worry. But if you did, great work. Remember, several steps to take. Just like when you're baking a cake or making those cookies. You don't just have a cookie magically appear. You have to put things in one step at a time. First we do this, then we do that, then we do this, then we do that. Same thing with this problem. Yeah. Here comes a very quick, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but a very quick review of how to decompose,
Make a 10 to add.
and then build a 10.
First example, 7 plus 5 is equal to. First we draw 7 circles and 5 circles.
Give me a thumbs up if that's right.
Because 5 is a smaller number, we break it apart into 3 circles and 2 circles.
Decompose.
3 circles move to the 7 circles to make.
I want you to understand something real quickly. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Make sure that you understand. Even though we just got finished building doubles, we broke apart an add-in to make doubles. Notice these did not make doubles. We can break apart an add-in and not have to make doubles. These are so far apart that maybe doubles won't work. Okay, so we're doing a different strategy. They don't match. They're not twins. We're doing a different strategy. We're building 10s, not making doubles. Okay.
To make a 10. So we have 5, which makes up 3 and 2. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. Then we take the remaining 2 circles and we add it to the 10 circles to make 12 circles.
Oh, look, they rewrote the equation. Yes, now see how this 10 is full? I call that tap the 10. When the 10 is full, you can now call it a 10. You can't call it a 10 unless it's filled in. That's right. So we have to fill it in first, tap the 10. It now is an official 10. And then look what happened with this guy. He only has 2 left. So we can't say there's 5 still. We borrowed 3. So now it's much smaller. All right, guys, I'm going to move on. I wanted to give you that quick review. Remember, it's multi-step process. First you, and then you. And in our small groups, we're going to talk about those steps. So try to remember all the things you have to do in order. Okay? All right.
Miss Cruz, it's me, Arna.
Hi, Arna.
Do you mean that of the equation, how part of the smaller number we could use it to make into another equation?
So one of the best things to do is to break apart the smaller addend, okay? If there is one that's smaller, they don't match. And that is because the other larger addend, the greater one, is already super close to 10. So, all right, Arna, I hope that answered your question. Now it's just a bunch of practice. And then we're going to, probably not going to have time for all of them, but let's try one of them. Let's try this one. Now it is all up to you to save the universe. First, you put in 6 red dots in sister's 10 frame. And then you put in 5 yellow dots into brother's 10 frame. If you cannot do this on your device, you are more than welcome to draw this on a piece of paper. But our original equation says 6 plus 5. Which one's closer to 10? 6 or 5? Let's see, Ben, which one's closer? 6 is closer to 10 or 5 is closer to 10?
5.
So 5 is closer to 10 than 6?
Closer
What
to
is?
10.
Which is closer?
5 is closer to 10.
So on a number line, 5 is closer to 10 than 6? Isn't 6 a little bit closer?
No.
I'm going to challenge you on that one, aren't I? So we want to know who's really close to 10.
Do
So-
we need to do the yellow counters in another 10 frame?
So you have 2 10 frames, right? Yeah, I would say. Did you hear when I was starting the equation? Put 6 red counters in the first 10 frame, what I call sisters. Put 5 yellow in the second 10 frame, which is brothers. And then move some over to build a 10. Okay, go for it. You got this, guys. Once you've built a 10, right, Addie? Oh, and can I ask Addie real quick? Do you agree with Ben? Do you think that 5 is closer to 10 than 6?
No, 6 is.
Is that because, like, when you have a birthday, you know, like when you're 2 years old, you're really far away from 10, and then as you get older, you get closer and closer to 10, right?
Yeah.
So 6, 5, and then you turn 6. So 6 is even.
Yeah, like Christmas. I can't wait.
I know, me too. Thank you, Miss Addie. All right. So how about, let me try Johnny. Hey, Johnny, do you think you were able, sorry about that, were you able to borrow some from the yellow counters and move them into the first 10 frame to build a 10? You might need to unplug your headphones so I can hear you.
Okay. If you see the 6, the 6, you are adding the 5 to the 6. So you have the 6. You take the 5 and you take 4 from the 5. And then you give that 4 to the 6. And then the 6 is a 10, but the 5 becomes a 1.
That's right. We have reduced him down to one little yellow dot left in that 10 frame. He can move them. So now, Miss Johnny, what is our new equation? Because remember, our final step is to rewrite the new equation to match your dots now. Go ahead.
The new equation is going to be 10 plus 1. Oh, no. 10 plus 1.
Yes.
10 plus 1 equals 11. 10 plus 12.
Beautiful. So once again, I apologize. I don't know what setting. My computer's a little wonky in the last couple of days, so I'm not sure what setting I need to change so that I can see your work again. I can't see your work. So she absolutely told us, student face off, no. She absolutely told us what we could do. Put 6 red dots in the first one, put 5 yellow dots, move some of those yellow dots in to fill in the empty spaces to build a 10 in our first frame. Now we have a 10, tap your 10, call it 10, hello 10, and then add one more, which is the only one that's left from our second 10 frame. And that 10 plus 1 is 11. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Guys, we are finished. You don't have to do this part, but you do have to tell me if Sally got it right. So look carefully. I need you to put your eyeballs in. I'm going to put your eyeballs in, and I want you to notice this is your friend. She tried to solve the problem, but I think there's a boo-boo somewhere. Can anyone find the mistake that Sally made? Joshua, can you see it? Arna,
I can see it.
Jaden, can you see it? Yeleni sees it? Good. Yeleni, what do you notice?
So the 10 plus 7 is not equals 16, it's 17.
Oh, so something's wrong with the new equation, Yeleni, is that right? Something's wrong with the rewritten equation? Okay, let's figure out why. Siddharth, can you tell me why this is not right anymore? And what should it
Because the 10 plus 6 equals 16. 10 plus 7 equals 17.
be? Why did you still leave 7 there? What happened?
9 plus 7 equals 16. But
Right.
10 plus 6 equals 16.
Right, but why did she leave 7? Do you remember when I talked earlier about boo-boos that kids make when they rewrite their equation?
It's not supposed to go like that.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone can tell me why. Ava Marie, do you think you can tell me why this little kid, this Sally girl, forgot to make this a 6? Ooh, Christina's got her hand up. Who else? Arna thinks she knows. Okay, let me go with Arna. Arna, can you tell me why this little kid forgot to put a 6 there?
Because she thought that if a 9 plus 7 is 16, so 10 plus 7 is 16.
That's right. And didn't she move one of these yellow dots over?
No.
She should have. To build a 10, she should have borrowed one of these and stuck it in here, right?
Maybe she didn't know how to decompose.
Oh, that is very true. Thank you, Arna. Before, I did mention that students make mistakes. I do too. Yeah. And one of the boo-boos that they make is when they forget to cross out one of the dots that they borrowed. So let's pretend that Larissa's grabbing this yellow one and she's going to stick it in here. And now she's got her full 10. She forgets to cross out the one that she borrowed. So it still looks like there's 7. So if I had a big pencil or a marker, I would cross it out after I moved it. Okay. Now that's why she has a 7. She forgot to cross out the dot she borrowed. All right, loves. Prove to me you know how to do this. Uh-oh, it's gone. Where'd it go? Silly. Is it there now? It's not found. Boy, Nearpod is just having a fit today. So, we will catch you in the small groups where you can practice this with me, okay? And then we can talk about the steps we need to take to make a 10. And then you can prove to me how you know you've got it, because this Nearpod's gone nutty. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Wait, Arno, hold on. You're gonna stop sharing. Remember, you're not supposed to say, "Hey, Miss Cruz." Remember? Okay, so wait for me. And let me try something real quick. Yay! Now I can see all of your cute faces. All right, Arna, I'm ready for you. Go ahead.
Since tomorrow is Veterans Day, is there like weekend or something?
Well, we're gonna have off one day, but we'll be back together on Friday, okay?
Wait, we're gonna do class on Friday?
No, but if you have DBAs or work to get done on, you could come back and do it on Friday, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'll be back to doing DBAs on Friday. Tomorrow's no school. However, if you are behind, if you are needing to get caught up, you can still work. Yeah, you can open up your VSA, your educator, and get some stuff done tomorrow. Absolutely. Okay, Yeleni, do you have a question for me?